Emilio Estevez was once listed among Hollywood's most popular actors. Born into a screen-savvy family that included Martin and Charlie Sheen, and raised among other rising stars, Estevez was part of the Brat Pack, a young crowd of A-list actors that graced the screen in a string of hit films during the 80s and early 90s. In recent years, however, Estevez has seemingly slipped off the pop culture radar. Here's how it happened. The Outsider. Estevez starred in some of the most beloved flicks of the mid-80s, and even though the popularity of those picks has lasted for generations, he's been resistant to rejoining his former castmates for the celebratory cast reunions that have taken place over the years. According to fellow Breakfast Club alum Molly Ringwald, he's the only one who doesn't keep in touch with the others, even when there aren't any cameras around. She told Australia's The Morning Show.
The only person I don't really see is Emilio Estevez. He really won't have anything to do with this movie. He's just like, that's the past, and that's not really what I want to do.
As for why he refuses to get nostalgic with the rest of the pack, it's hard to say. He's certainly shown some social media support for another fan favourite, the Mighty Ducks, by live tweeting a crucial matchup involving the Anaheim Ducks with some familiar quack quack terminology.
Ducks! Yeah!
Man at work. Like a lot of Hollywood stars, Estevez has invested in side businesses to keep himself busy when he's not working on films. In his case, he quietly owned a vineyard in Malibu making Pinot Noir and other vintages for several years with his former fiancée, Sonia Magdevsky. As he told The Hollywood Reporter, he and Magdevsky initially bonded over making wine together. He explained, "On our first date, I dug the holes and she planted the vines. There was never any grandiose plan to start a winery." Things escalated from there, and they established Casa Dumet's Wines in 2004. Complete with a Los Alamos tasting room, the couple ran the business for over a decade before they split and eventually sold the vineyard in 2016. The war's at home. There's no doubt that Charlie Sheen has emerged as the more well-known of the Sheen-Estevez children, but these days he's more infamous than famous. Sheen has very publicly struggled with the issues of addiction, relationship woes, and financial crises, and Estevez has said that he believes his duty is to provide a healthy lifestyle example for his problem-plagued sibling. He told the Sunday Times in 2011, "All I can do for Charlie, and I can't live his life for him, is to try and be an example. But really, I was a pretty poor one. As a kid, I was smart enough to be surreptitious about all my misbehavior, or at least stealthy. But it means that my opinions carry little weight with Charlie." That's not the only crisis Emilio's been dealing with on the home front. In an open letter to fans on his film The Way in 2015, Estevez revealed that he and his family had banded together to support his father, Martin Sheen, through quadruple bypass surgery to repair his heart. That was only a month after Charlie Sheen revealed that he'd been diagnosed with HIV, and according to Martin Sheen, the family came together to support the actor's decision to reveal his struggle with the disease. The Mighty Duck. Although both Charlie and Martin Sheen got their second career wins on the small screen, starring in The West Wing and 2.5 Men respectively, Estevez has shied away from television, even at a time when it's arguably at a golden era for actors of his ilk. Estevez did come in for a single episode guest stint on each of those series, but most of his TV-related work has been behind the lens, directing several episodes of shows like CSI New York and Numbers. The New Way. Estevez has written and directed several of his own feature films, including the 1990 action comedy caper pick Men at Work, which featured himself alongside his brother. His crowning achievement came in 2006 with his Golden Globe-nominated historical biopic Bobby, about the assassination of Senator Robert F. Kennedy, an event which Estevez considered to be of grave importance to American history. His most recent effort, the aforementioned The Way from 2010, featured Estevez alongside his father, who starred as a grieving parent on a spiritual adventure in France while retrieving his son's ashes. He's also been working to make Cincinnati, Ohio, a new hotspot for Hollywood movies. In 2016, Estevez made a rare appearance at the Sundance Film Festival to speak to members of the Cincinnati Film Commission about his hopes to bolster the city's film industry opportunities as a nod to his father's upbringing in nearby Dayton, Ohio. Estevez himself has put his money where his mouth is on the issue, as he shot his yet unreleased pick Johnny Longshot in the city. Stakeout. Estevez has found his name and face on the cover of many a tabloid over the years, particularly when it came to the dissolutions of his relationships with ex-fiancée Demi Moore and his former wife, pop starlet Paula Abdul. Considering the crowd he kept company with and the wild antics of his brother, Estevez said he faced allegations in the court of public opinion that he was a partier and womanizer, but that it just wasn't true. After suffering the spotlight, Estevez has lost interest in maintaining his celebrity or even knowing who the paparazzi are following now. Even so, he's admitted to looking himself up online and regretting it almost instantly. As he told The Guardian, "When journalists think that actors don't read what is written about them, they're mistaken. I would put my name in a Google site and see what came up, and often it was very hurtful. Hollywood is guilty of turning out. I've turned it out myself, but what the journalists don't do is take a moment to think that maybe this actor has got a family and he has got to feed them. No wonder he's been so shy lately." Thanks for watching. Click the looper icon to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Plus, check out all this cool stuff we know you'll love too.